Welcome to this week's Good News Edition. Good to have you along. We've got a lot of great stories lined up that will lift your heart just a little bit. And we'll get it all started with Ruben on the road. He's changing his oil, getting ready for his next trip. Let's see where he's been.
In 2016, we decided, coming home from the state fair, that I needed a hobby. And so we were trying to think of a name. I always wanted to do a store. My grandmother owned a store, my mom owned a store. And so I thought it would be something that, would be fun to do. And we were driving home from the state fair, and my daughter had shown pigs. And I'm like, if we had a store, what would I name it? She said, the Flying Pig. And that's how we came about. Annie was in the 4th grade at the time, and we needed a good gift shop where you could purchase gifts at any price. We have great stores in town, but sometimes you just needed that $5 gift or $10 gift, things like that. And we started out of our home. We had lived in a barn dominium, started it out of our home, and decided after 2 years we would come look at a building in town, and if we could find something great, if not, I would stop the business. That's when it really became a viable business, is when we moved to town. That was in October 2016. In August of 2018, we purchased the building at 323 Denrock Avenue, and we started renovations. We did the demo work, and then my brother's in construction, so he helped us get the construction part done to revitalize it, and October of 2018 is when we opened downtown. So being a small business owner is one of the toughest jobs you could ever have. You put a lot of hours in, but it has been a proven fact that the more you put into it, the more you get out of it. And being in a small town, you get to see the opportunities that are there. I would say having a small business in a small town has been, I have grown from just being the owner to also having the opportunity to go to other areas. We did the 6 Collective for a while, and that's now gone, so that gave us the opportunity to open a new door to put a store in Canyon. And back then, we didn't have as much product as we have today, so after 8 years of it, our product lines have grown, but it was great. Our community has supported us very well over the last 8 years. I think it's very important for the surrounding area to have a great downtown, and it gives us the opportunity to serve those areas. We get travelers that actually come all the way from Houston, Dallas, Austin, San Antonio on their way to Colorado, and then we have all of the smaller communities around us that also come to shop. And I think it's important when you have a store in a downtown, small town, for that to draw in, because it not only helps your business, it helps all the businesses there in your community.
We actually, this is our 11th year, going on to our 12th year. We actually started in Fritch first. That's my first location. A year after that, my buddy that I bought that one from was like, I'm fresh, I'm out, I'm done. Take over my burger location. So then we did, and we were over in front of the plaza, actually. We bought this location about 7 years ago, and I really got to turn it into a space that I love. It resembled my personality, my likes, my hobbies, and it was fun. We had a great time here. But last Monday, I was working. We were about to leave town, and then I was going to eat lunch with my wife. She made me a good lunch, and then I was taking my bite, and I got a message from my team, and I saw a fire, and I was like, I ran over here, and it was rough, but I checked with my team. They were all safe. They said everybody got out safe, nobody got hurt. And then I just sat over here and I just watched everything happen as the firefighters. They did their thing. Everything was great. They responded fast, but it was still heartbreaking to watch it all happen. 11 years here, but before that I was at Burritos with my dad. He's coming on 20 years in business, and I was born and raised in this community. I mean, this is my home. I love it. I love the people here. But yeah, that day I got here, and I went through all the emotions. There's scare, fear, anger. I wanted to lash out, but I couldn't. I just kind of had to sit here and just accept it and and a lot of prayer, just to myself and people coming up, showing love, people driving by, phone calls. I don't even know how many phone calls and messages I had to get back to, but I did get back to them. But we went through all the emotions and we grieved. Me and my wife cried in the dining room. It was rough, and it's still rough. I hate going in there, but I'm grateful. I'm grateful that everybody got out safe. I'm grateful it was during dead shift. Like, had this been like a Wednesday at 12 o'clock when I've got a full house, it would have been chaos. And so, the Lord does things for certain reasons. And I'm not saying the Lord did this, but it could be, that he's just watching over me and, taking care of me when the enemy's trying to get at me. But yeah, a lot of emotions, but I'm grateful for everybody that's messaged, everybody that's supporting, everybody that's got ideas, I love my community, and I plan to be here. To go visit my Fritz location, it's a pretty cool spot. It's got an arcade, it's got pool tables. So do that one because I moved my core team over there and they're running that shop while I handle all this. So that's the main one. The second one is there are some fundraisers, some GoFundMes. I'll post them. If you see them on my page, they're legit. And thank you. I tell everybody that's handing me money, is like, you don't have to do this. And they're like, no, the Lord told me to. And I was like, cool, thank you. I have some friends, Jesus and Dash out of Amarillo. They're artists. They put on great art events all over Amarillo, and I think this is their first one out of town. So it's going to be great. We're going to have it at the ranch. It's 425 North Main, I believe. Big open space. It's a venue that the Borger Economic Development Committee is revitalizing and trying to get somebody to go in there. They put a lot of work into it. It's beautiful, but we're going to have an art show through there. Artists from Amarillo and Borger and Pampa can donate a piece. It'll be a silent auction, and then you can bid on it, and proceeds will go to my relief efforts. We're also trying to organize a car show that same day, and I'm talking to some buddies to set up their food trucks or their restaurants. And I don't know, I might try and get Tap Truck Amarillo to come out and maybe sell some brews, because why not? If we're going to be with the homies, we may as well share a beer together.
Hey, don't go away, friends. We'll be right back. Hey, welcome back, friends. Sheldon has been out paying it forward as usual. Let's see who's being blessed this week.
Well, it's time again to pay it forward. I've got Tisha here with us from Legacy Support Works. What do you say we go help somebody out?
Let's go help somebody, Sheldon. Here's $100, $200, and $300.
Thank you so much. Let's go out there and pay it forward.
It's my foreman, Nick. We work together. His niece had an accident. I just want to help him out.
And what would it mean for you to be able to give him $300 today?
To help him go, he has to go out of town to see her. I'm not sure what town it is, but it'll help him get there.
Well, it's time again to pay it forward today with Legacy Support Works. I've got $300 here. We got Jason here. He wants to help out his friend and foreman, Nick, of course, our co-workers, says he just wants to help him out a little bit and had an accident in the family and thinks his $300 can make life a little bit easier. And so I'll go ahead and hand this off to you. We got $100, $200, $300. Let's go pay it forward.
Yes, let's do this.
How you doing today?
Good, sir. How are you?
Doing pretty good. Have you heard of Pay It Forward before?
Yes, sir.
All right, well, Jason here, he found us on the side of the road and he stopped and thought of you, so.
I thought I'd pay it forward to you, Nick. Here's $100, $200, $300.
Awesome.
Maybe
Thank
it
you.
can help you get to your niece.
Yeah. My niece is in the hospital right now. She got hurt playing softball, so we're gonna give this to her. So that is awesome. Thank you so much.
Yes, you're a good foreman.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Just any prayers you can for my niece would be awesome.
Well, time to check in with Lindsay. Let's see what community she has to spotlight this week.
Center City works to make downtown Amarillo a place you want to visit and draws crowds to downtown.
And I just encourage people, support these local businesses. Come downtown and see what's new, because we are making it better for you.
Soon, regular staples will be starting up like High Noon on the Square, with this year's theme centered around the centennial celebration of Route 66.
Well, our whole season is built around the 100th birthday of Route 66. We couldn't be more excited. You know, the business route of Route 66 goes right through downtown, right by the Potter County Courthouse, the bar field, and then on west to 6th Avenue. So we'll have high noon every Wednesday at noon. We'll have the Coors Cowboy Rodeo, Longhorn Parade in June. And then moving on into October, we have Jazztober.
There are a lot of moving parts downtown to encourage growth, both in business and population.
We have 3 hotels and a new one on the drawing board, the New Hampton. We have buildings that have filled up. We have 400 workers from Pantex working in the Happy State Bank building because they needed a place to work remotely. And it's just exciting to me that our downtown is really coming back.
Inside the sanctuary of Butler Presbyterian Church in Savannah, a familiar but fading sound fills the room. It's coming from Tim Arbezi, better known around the world as the Piano Doctor. Arbezi is a traveling piano tuner who has worked with legendary musicians like Bob Dylan, LeAnn Rimes, and even a member of the Rolling Stones. But long before the big names, Arbezi learned the craft on his own. While working at a piano shop in Augusta, a piano was sold with a broken key, and no technician was available. So he fixed it himself and later learned how to tune pianos. That moment sparked a career that's now taken him across the country and around the world.
You have baby grands, you have grand pianos, you have upright pianos, and everything in between, and all those I take care of.
After leaving Savannah, Arbezi headed to Hilton Head, continuing a schedule that keeps him constantly on the move.
There's so many people that have pianos right now in their homes that have been sitting there for years and years and years, and either they don't know who to call or they don't know what to do about it.
Arbezi calls piano tuning a lost art, saying as piano sales decline, fewer people are trained to fix and maintain the instruments.
Because I'm going to these places where there's no tuners, it's a huge joy to walk in and help out so many people.
And once he finished tuning the piano inside the church, the sanctuary rang with new life, a sound Arbezi says makes the long miles worth it.
That's what I do all day long, is help out people.
Well, sit back, get comfortable. You know the drill. We'll be right back. Welcome back, friends. Now we have a cool look at an interesting spot on Route 66.
Exit 0. That's Glen Rio's address on Route 66. But how did this once thriving town on the Texas-New Mexico border become a ghost? Glen Rio was born in 1903 when the Rock Island Railroad punched through the prairie. By the 1920s, it had a hotel, cafes, even a newspaper, the Glen Rio Tribune. And then when Route 66 came, the cars lined up at the pumps. But remember, Glen Rio had a split personality. The bars sat on the New Mexico side because Texas was dry. The gas stations stayed on the Texas side because New Mexico's taxes were higher. The post office sat in New Mexico, while the mail was delivered by train in Texas. One town in 2 states that just couldn't agree. I-40 bypassed Glen Rio, and by 1985, it was virtually a ghost town. Glen Rio sits right off of Exit 0. Sadly, that's also this town's population.
Well, here's another fun story you don't want to miss. Let's take a look.
This is actually what we do several times a year. We try to do it once a quarter, and we call it Hope in the Park. And we simply come out to the communities, and we desire to reach out to them and let them know that, first of all, we're here for you. We understand that God did not design us to walk through life alone, and we want to walk with others in this journey that we're on. Last year, we were actually at a different park, and we saw several people come in. It's growing here, but our church is growing as we continue to do outreaches like this. And so we try to put on these things. We feed a couple hundred people each time. And again, we have a great showing from our church. And what it does is it helps the community know that we as a church are actually here for them. We also want to know, want our children especially to know that they can go to the police, they can go to the fire department. Those are safe places. We want to be able to partner with all of those in our community because we believe that that's what makes our community stronger. And we want our kids and our families to know that.
As first responders, we're always interested in getting involved with our community and helping in any way that we can to help them reach out to other people. This is a great opportunity for us to kind of educate kids and the public about how we do our jobs. There's a technical aspect to what we do, and this is a way for us to put hands on it and let them see it in person so that they kind of understand what it takes to be a firefighter. No matter what their need is, there's people that are willing to help. Policemen and firemen aren't scary people. We're here to help them, and that's the biggest thing.
Okay, and so tell me kind of details of how this competition works and how you got to your area.
Yes, so our competition is going to be June 16th through the 19th in Amarillo, Texas at the Embassy Suites. And it is going to be a full action-packed competition for the girls. Every year it is. It's a very intense competition because the judges, they want to ensure that they pick the right girl for the job that's going to represent rodeo, agriculture, and Miss Rodeo Texas to her fullest capability. So the contestants, they have to go through a written test, 2 interviews, impromptu questions, speeches, modeling, as well as horsemanship. So that's kind of what's different about rodeo queening. We don't have a talent show portion of the pageant. Our talent is horsemanship and the fact that we are cowgirls.
Perfect. And so tell me, what have you taken out of this competition for yourself?
There have been so many great opportunities and so many doors that have been opened for me, and also doors that I've gotten to open for other people as well, which is such a tremendous opportunity. And rodeo, you get to learn so many valuable life lessons from it that you might not learn from playing regular sports, because we are the greatest sport on dirt.
If you're enjoying all the stories, we got another one for you right after this. Hey friends, I don't know about you, but I just can't seem to get enough good news.
So we have the show just for you.
Here at News Channel 10, we have the opportunity to find and share positive and inspirational stories with you. And now we're bringing you those good news stories on Good News Edition. Saturdays at 10:35 p.m. where we have a great lineup of positive, uplifting stories for you from right here and beyond. You can also get more at newschannel10.com, YouTube, and your favorite streaming apps. Well, here's some more good news. We have time for a few more good stories. Let's take a look.
Inside Lincoln Middle School in Edwardsville, at the end of this hallway, there sits a closet peppered with positive Post-its. And every day, 8th grader Priya Link stops by that closet to see what's inside. You see, the closet has her name on it, but the contents aren't hers.
Priya's Care Closet is a storage closet that has personal hygiene products and everyday necessities that children might not have at home.
The idea came to her while she was fundraising for an organization that helps families in need.
She truly cares about everyone else before she cares about herself.
Her principal, Michael Corey, loved her idea.
We have students here in our building that, don't have all the resources at home that they could need.
I started going through my everyday life. What do I use every single day? And all that stuff that I use, I put on that wish list.
She made an Amazon wish list of all the things that kids might need, asking the community to help her fill the closet. Well, by the next morning, everything had been bought.
That was my wow moment, where I was people are willing to help me with my big project. We have pens and pencils, notebooks, loose leaf paper, socks, hair ties and hairbrushes, tissues, feminine hygiene products, body wash, conditioners, and shampoos.
Now students can get what they need discreetly.
It's nice to have it in a space where students can access it without having to, make it known that they need those resources.
And with the help of donations, Priya keeps this closet filled.
That's my end goal in life, is to help people.
At just 14, she's got a lot of helping people ahead of her. Steve Harris.
Glad that I've lived a healthy, happy life till 90 and looking forward to 100 and more.
At 89 years young, Merle Langs teaches piano nearly every day.
Teach gifted children and gifted and master adults.
Those students see her both in person and online.
It's like they're sitting right next to me, except they're on the music desk. Hi, good morning.
Langs played her first note at just 6 years old.
I went to New York to study, and I studied in Hartford, Connecticut. I went to the University of Michigan, Ann Arbor.
To her, teaching always struck a chord. That's why she had her first student at age 11.
It was my best friend who wanted to play piano just like me. And it was that first lesson said, I have to learn how to be a teacher.
On top of her career, she's a mother and grandmother. One of her grandchildren is Grammy-winning composer Emily Baer.
I was in the kitchen with her mother, and I heard somebody playing piano. And I says, who's that playing piano? And she says, that's her daughter. I says, but she's this big.
In her nearly 80 years of teaching, she says her students are her proudest achievements.
But I haven't been able to teach them since they were children. They were in New York competitions.
Langs herself is a composer, and she shares a piece she created that's untitled. Lang's 90th birthday is April 9th, and she says the key to a happy, healthy life is love.
Family first, and then something special that you like to do. And you continue to do it into old age, and you have a life.
In Rockford, Brea Walters.
Peoria Richwood's freshman Jude Hill stands out at swim meets because he's usually at the top of the podium as a champion. Hill also stands out because he competes with no feet.
I was in a lawnmower accident at the age of 3.5. And that's how I lost my feet, in a lawnmower accident.
Take your marks.
Hill made quite the splash at the Illinois High School State Swim Meet. He won 4 athletes with disabilities gold medals, winning all 4 of his swimming events.
Amazed that I won this. I didn't think I would win this or be a state champion. Here I am.
Jude's Peoria Richwood state titles come under the direction of Knights coach Shane Morrison, a coach better known in Central Illinois swimming as Lefty, a coach with one hand who's never let anything stop him either.
You know, he kind of reminds me, really about myself. I'm just, having one hand. It's never bothered me. With his situations, it's never bothered him. He just seems like an easy-go-lucky kid, and just does what he has to do.
Yeah, it totally motivates me. It's crazy to have a coach with no hand. I would rather stay an amputee than have feet right now. If I had the choice to have feet, all of a sudden I would not like that, because I have met amazing people in my life and amazing things have happened to me. I like my life. It's good.
Jude's life is golden, inspiring us all with 4 state championships.
Well, it's been great to have you along with us for this Good News edition. Hey, set your calendar. We'll be back next week at the same time with another great lineup of positive, uplifting stories for you. Between now and then, get your good news at News Channel 10, newschannel10.com, and your favorite streaming apps. Hey, until next week, I'm Doppler Dave.